Don't blink. This scene reminds me of an action film. Eguchen's bravery amazes me. He dared to be so impulsive. You really pulled out a gun? I think this is quite the opener for a conflict. I felt he was a bit suspicious of me, especially when I nervously pointed at my cigarette butt. It was like I was a criminal on the run. I knew I had to quit, but when I went to find him with my resignation letter the next day, I just happened to walk into his hangar. I was so scared I didn't dare say a word. I just stuffed my resignation letter away and made an excuse to take a day off. I mentioned that I was planning to catch a few fish, but Eguchen turned me down, stating he had a mission tonight. He dove underwater to save me like a hero movie character. I felt touched and guilty. I thought if it weren't for all these troubles, maybe he and I could have been an awesome duo. After that, he was especially nice to me, saying he would personally take me to Golden Fish Island. How sweet. On the way, we discussed West Building, and I mentioned that unforgettable case. This scene is etched deep in my mind, making it impossible to let go. I gripped the steering wheel so tightly I almost lost control. I can't even describe how wild the flames were back then. Yay, I instinctively twisted the cigarette out, and in that moment I felt like I'd broken some kind of rule. Eguchen's gaze locked onto my finger like some kind of detector, tightening my heart. He had seen me like this for the second time. After we set off again, he rushed to discuss the details of the case. He said his mentor thought the girl was the first victim, and it felt like the start of a tragic story. His description dragged up painful memories, making me feel all sorts of things. The killer's methods were so brutal that hardly any fingerprints could be found. The scene was like a toppled spice jar. He asked if I thought it was a habit offender, while I could only try to act normal, survival instinct kicking in. Poor case is just hanging there. Folks in our line of work know that luck is a mystery when it hits. One day, someone will give you that chance, and your secrets will be revealed like curtains being drawn. At Golden Fish Island, I found a chance to call Yang Zidao, but didn't know what to say. In the end, I said I'd talk later. After hanging up, I found the wind had knocked over the fish tank. The goldfish kicked the bucket, making me head back empty-handed. Eguchen looked at just the fish tank in my hands and almost questioned my identity. He asked who lived on the fish rack and who the goldfish was for. I had to admit it was for my daughter. Before sending her back, Eguchen asked me to buy 3 little goldfish. So thoughtful. She's so clever, I feared she'd notice. While ill in hospital, Shenbiji stayed with her. We didn't know yet that Yang Zidao was in trouble again. She encountered a street robbery while parking that day. As always filled with justice, she immediately jumped in to help without even considering her safety. She got hit a bit but didn't give up. What a fighter she is. She became a hero for the girl but ended up injured by the robber. Then she wouldn't go to the hospital, disinfecting herself with liquor. What a tough cookie. When I found her, her face was pale from the pain. I panicked at the sight. Just then, my phone rang. It was Shenbiji with an urgent report, and my heart dropped again. I felt that everything was reminding me of how thrilling life truly can be. Back at the hospital bed, I told her the police had grasped information on the tattoos and a half fingerprint. She thought for a moment and told me it was time to let go. In a way, it's also a form of redemption. She had already found a nice family for tailing and said to just send her there. When I went to the bank to withdraw money, I still thought, don't leave any traces. But on the day I was to send tailing away, I hesitated, feeling like I was in a play. Subtitles. This isn't about escaping. Everyone knows what's going on here. Hearing tailing call for Daddy, my heart shattered. My heart felt as if it was being sliced, but I just couldn't let her go. I showed the medical records to Yang Zidao, revealing the final truth. If Tailing didn't have the surgery, she wouldn't make it through the year. I knew his expression would change. Shocked, Yang Zidao punched me. I knew he felt tormented inside. This sin cast an invisible shadow over the innocent child. In the end, Yang Zidao made up his mind to save Tailing's life. But Tailing's medical bills would be a big sum, and he and I were in a financial pickle.